Hey guys, welcome to the review and results show for the March 20th, 2023 edition of AEW Dark Elevation. My name's Dan, and those of you who are subscribed to my channel might remember that I put out a video a few weeks ago saying that I was taking a break. Well, I can happily say that itch to talk about wrestling was just too much for me to bear, so we are back to doing these. That means I'm reviewing each and every AEW show. That includes Ring of Honor, so if you missed any of them, you want a quick recap, or you want a place to talk all things AEW/ROH, you can do so right here. So please go right below this video, click that like button, the subscribe button, and ring notification bell, because not only does that let you see past, present, and future reviews that I do, but also helps others to find my channel. And without any further ado, let's get to the review. Dark Elevation starts off with Skye Blue taking on TFA, who is making her AEW debut, and she did not waste any time going right after Skye Blue, right before the bell even rang, but Skye was not going to allow this to be a one-sided match, getting in her high knee to the face while she was on the ropes, along with a flying crossbody from the top rope. However, it did look like TFA was going to get the win here, doing a very innovative move where she had Skye on her shoulder, and then she sort of flipped her over. She landed face first, but Skye Blue was able to kick out, showing her resiliency here, and was able to do a variation of a sunset flip into the pin to get the win. Even though this was a short one, it was a fun one from start to finish. After that, we have Adam Knight, who's also making his AEW debut, going up against JAS's Jake Hager, and right off the bat, Adam had one hell of a clothesline that he hit on Jake Hager, but unfortunately for him, that was all the offense that he could come up with, as he would eventually get hit with a splash in the corner for a win for Jake Hager, and then afterwards gets crowned with his hat because you know he loves that hat. Then it's the Queen Emi Sakura facing another person making their AEW debut in Zoe Sager, and Zoe did the best that she could to hold her own here. She even reversed out of that double underhook position that Emi likes to put her opponents in, doing a drive-by knee on Emi, even a nice looking drop kick from the top. But they don't call Emi the Queen for nothing, as she locked in that surfboard position, even rolled around in it a few times, and then really sunk it in to get Zoe to tap out. Up next is another AEW debut. So cool to see so many of these on one show, and Jason Keiger taking on BTE cameraman with the best mask in the biz, Brandon Cutler. So cool to see how over Brandon Cutler really is. He truly does deserve it with how hard he works and how much he does. And it's also really cool to see him in one-on-one action, because we don't really get to see him wrestle too often. We got to see him break out some dance moves, did a few air placements that seemed to do a bit more damage on him than his opponent. But Brandon was very smart in this match, as he reversed a rear naked choke into a 1-2-3 to pick up the win. Another fun match to see. After that, it's the Firm's Matt Hardy, Isiah Kassidy, and Ethan Page teaming up against Massive Damage, Jabari, and Sebastian Wolfe, and there was a little fun before this match even started with the Firm's entrance, where Ethan Page was welcomed back to Canada with open arms, and even him putting a little twist onto Isiah's usual introduction. And speaking of Isiah, him and Mo put on a hell of a display early on with some great athleticism to start things off. And even though the Firm wasn't in control for the entire match, this was basically all Firm from start to finish, with Ethan Page hitting the Ego's edge and gets the win with an assist from Isiah and Matt Hardy. After the match though, STOKLEY put in the rear naked choke on Mo to send a message to Hook. Though, as Paul White would point out, it's not going to be that easy against Hook on Wednesday, and I cannot wait to see how that goes. Then we had Michael Allen, Richard Clark, and Shaun going up against Top Flight, and even though they used some underhanded tactics to get the advantage, and Michael did some push-ups onto Darius, this was all Top Flight. Dante had some impressive machine gun-like forearms to the face of Shaun, and was able to get the win with his dribbling between the legs frog splash. I don't know if that's what it's called, but until it's called something else, that's what I'm going to call it. Up next, it's an ROH Women's World Title Proving Ground match with Athena facing off against Taylor Rising. And this started off hot with Athena dropping Taylor immediately with a devastating forearm. Got a very audible gasp from the crowd. She even gave her an Alabama slam on the outside that got a holy S-word chant. But Taylor did a great job in fighting back here, doing a swinging head scissors from the top rope and even gave Athena a pedigree. I was not expecting to see that at all on this show, but she would go to the top rope one too many times, allowing Athena to take advantage, and she locks in the crossface to get her to tap out for the win here. After the match, Athena would continue to go after her and beat her down, even slammed her face on a title belt on the outside with nobody coming out for the save. After that, it's Dustin Rhodes and Keith Lee teaming up against Levi Knight and Jessie V. And first off, I haven't been able to address this since I took my break, but I absolutely love the cape on Keith Lee. I think it's something that makes him stand out just that much more because he looks like a freaking sorcerer. It's so awesome. As far as this match was concerned, this was very much a one-sided match. Even though Jessie got in some offense, it only seemed to make Keith Lee mad. He even threw Dustin at them at one point, but it was eventually Dustin who got the win here with the final reckoning. It's main event time with Tony Nese and Daivari going up against Alex Reynolds and John Silver of the Dark Order. I absolutely love this entrance done by Smart Mark here, doing a very sports-like entrance and introducing his team, even shouting out Winnipeg Jets right winger Blake Wheeler, considering that they are in Winnipeg after all. Smart Mark always does such a great job in getting not only heat on himself, but heat on his team as well. And speaking of his team, so much underhanded tactics throughout this match. This whole trio is such a great heat magnet, but nobody does hot tags quite like Alex Reynolds and John Silver, as their lightning fast moves what proves to be the end for Daivari and Tony Nese as the Dark Order get the win. That was AEW Dark Elevation. What did you guys think about it? Please let me know down in the comment section below. Standout matches for me. The Skye Blue TFA match was great. The Brandon Cutler match was a lot of fun, but that main event was fantastic, especially considering that entrance. And with that being said, if you did enjoy today's review, please go right below this video, click that like button, the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell, because not only does that let you see past, present, and future reviews that I do, but also helps others to find my channel. So thank you guys once again for checking out this review, and thank you guys for being all elites.